Learning how to teach takes time, it takes energy, and it takes patience. Just like when I start drawing a picture, I know that when it comes to learning to teach, there's a long road ahead. The first step in drawing is to make a light sketch, then to lightly add details. When first giving presentations, I was nervous about talking in front of others. I was just at the beginning of learning what it takes to be a teacher. In drawing, after drawing a sketch, the next step is to darken lines. After that first presentation, my next presentations went a little better. I was more comfortable talking in front of others. But I still used a lot of repetitive hand movements. Besides the hand movements, I made some other improvements, such as when writing on the board and pointing to the board, I tried to make sure I was partially facing the room. And when carrying out this lesson about how to write character strokes in order, I asked my classmates to help me write the characters. But in this lesson, things don't go as planned. A worksheet that I needed to help me teach a lesson, I didn't print it out large enough. This worksheet was important to helping me teach the lesson, and so I had a hard time explaining the rest of my lesson, and I got nervous. But I did my best to try to give the lesson anyways, and to help my classmates with working on the worksheet I made them. When drawing, after darkening the lines, the next step is to shade and add highlights. I felt comfortable giving this presentation using whiteboards to write sentences in Chinese. I tried to make it into a game by giving points to pairs that correctly wrote the sentences. But I had a problem with looking down as I talked. Looking down some more, and another problem, I ran out of time. But I was happy with the lesson because I got my classmates engaged, and they were successful with writing Chinese sentences, even though they didn't know any Chinese, really. To finish off a picture, I darkened the details. I think one of the last presentations I gave in the course was one of my best. I was comfortable with being in front of the group. I think I gave a good explanation of confusing details about the article I was having my classmates read. And I planned out the details of the presentation, making sure to explain the assignment as I hand out materials. Just because I finished a picture does not mean that I'm an expert in drawing. Just that it takes more drawings and practice to perfect the drawing of a gun. It takes much more practice and experience to perfect the art of being a teacher. This course has helped me get started on my journey to becoming a teacher, but I have a long way to go.